Aloha food lovers, I'm Tiffany and this is my Vegan Aloha Kitchen. Today we are making one of my childhood favorites. This chicken fried steak is the ultimate comfort food and is fried to golden perfection. I'm topping it with a country gravy that has a secret ingredient to make it extra creamy. This recipe is a part of my vegan meat alternative series where I take popular vegan products and recreate them at home for half of the price and no added preservatives. Make sure to check those out. I'll link them in the description and comment box below. If you've been watching my channel, you probably already have everything you need for this recipe. To make the vegan steak, you will need balsamic vinaigrette, TVP, which is just texturized vegetable protein, vital wheat gluten. If you're gluten-free, this can be swapped out for a chickpea flour, and a can of white beans. To season the faux meat, we'll add garlic salt, steak seasoning, onion powder, paprika, black pepper, vegetable broth, and 3 bulbs of black garlic. The black garlic is completely optional, but using it in this dish will give your steak a rich unagi flavor. I also like to add a half a cup of cooked ground mushrooms, but this ingredient is optional as well. For the chicken fried coating, you'll need all-purpose flour, ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, seasoning salt, and cornstarch. We'll also be making a flaxseed egg by adding 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed with 6 tablespoons of the bean reserve drained from our white beans. This is called aquafaba and it will give a light, crispy outer shell to our chicken fry. If you are as excited about this video as I am, let me know in the comment box below. I post new recipes on Sundays. If you want to support my channel, all you have to do is click that little subscription button in the corner. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who you know would love the recipe. Let's get started. To make the broth, I'm adding 1 vegetable seasoning cube to 1 cup of boiling water and stirring to combine. Add the broth to your TVP and fluff with a fork. TVP is one of my new favorite products. I bought a box of 6 10-ounce packages for under $10. The consistency resembles meat crumbles and it soaks up the flavor of the broth wonderfully. The brand that I like is so affordable. I'm going to go ahead and link it below. Add the TVP to your blender with a half a can of white beans. Make sure to save the reserve from the beans to use as our binding agent for the breading. Add black garlic, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1 tablespoon paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon of steak seasoning, and a pinch of sea salt. Next, add in your balsamic vinaigrette. I like adding this product because it gives the recipe a sweet acidity and also mimics the oxtail brine you find in meat products. Pulse 3 times to combine. The mixture will be crumbly and wet. To make sure that everything binds together, I am using vital wheat gluten. Mix in the flour and knead with your hands for 2 to 3 minutes until it forms a dough. The dough will be stretchy and have a nice elasticity to it. Take each piece of dough and press it out until it resembles a thin, approximately 1/4 inch steak. Cook these over a medium-high heated skillet for about 10 minutes. Remove from the heat, and while they cool, I'm going to start making my gravy. We need a half a cup of white beans, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter or olive oil, 2 cloves of garlic, 1/4 cup of diced white onions, 1 pinch of salt and pepper, 1.5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of water, 3/4 cups of unsweetened non-dairy milk, and 1/2 teaspoon of fresh sage or thyme. Blend the rest of the can of white beans until smooth and set aside. Add butter or oil to a cast iron skillet or large saucepan over medium-high heat. A pro tip here is I like to freeze my herbs to preserve their shelf life, and often I will add herbs and oil to an ice tray so I can just pop them out and use them in my cooking. This one includes thyme and garlic, and you can just smell it infusing the oil. We'll throw our onions in and cook them down until they are translucent, and then mix in our flour. Whisk in milk and water and then add the bean mixture. Add mushrooms in at this point if you prefer. Continue to stir, bring to just a simmer, and reduce heat to medium, stirring constantly until gravy has thickened to desired consistency. Add salt and pepper for taste, and while the gravy is thickening, I will prepare my chicken fry. Whisk together flour, spices, and baking powder. Next, I'll make the wet ingredients by adding my flaxseed egg to my plant-based milk and slowly whisking in the cornstarch. Coat each of your steak pieces in the flour mixture and then in the batter, and repeat until completely coated. We're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes while we heat up the skillet. Heat vegetable oil in a heavy skillet or large cast iron skillet over medium-high heat. How much oil you need depends on the size of your skillet. You want it to be about 1/4 inches deep. Place your steaks in the pan and fry for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side or until golden brown. I'm serving mine with fluffy mashed potatoes and some corn, and of course, smothering it in gravy. That was a perfect bite. Right on the edge, it was like crispy, and then it has that burger taste in the middle. It's so good. I can't wait for you guys to try. Hi there, if you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Tell me what you thought about it in the comment box below. Don't forget to check out my vegan meat alternative series linked right over here. Mahalo, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the kitchen.